If you clicked on this video, you probably know FF12 has a problem. The newer versions of the game don't really compare to the original in terms of difficulty at all, but not all hope is lost. There's a way to bring some spice back to FF12. Introducing Proud Mode. Aggressive towards you. What the fuck? The Struggle for Freedom Proud Mode mod by Eternal248 gets your brain spinning right out the gate. No, seriously, remember the tutorial section where you play as Rex? Well, you can easily die there now. These 3 Imperials deal too much damage to take on all at once, so you have to immobilize them first and kill them separately. This mod makes enemies tougher and overhauls a lot. Magics, techniques, items, but if you want the specifics, you can just read the changelog. Instead, I'm gonna show you one bonkers fight I did recently that embodies the insanity of Proud Mode perfectly. The Mandragora's fight. This fight took me an hour. It didn't have to. I could have used the first attempt to work out my strategy, and then done the fight proper with a fresh party on the second, but I imposed an extra challenge on my Proud Mode run. Every time I game over, I plop to the floor right there on my stream and do 10 push-ups. Oh yeah, this playthrough is ongoing, and I stream it on Twitch every Saturday, so pop by. Link to my Twitch is in the description. The fight began with a stroke of luck. When the Mandragoras started running around as they tend to do, I tried to use stop on a whim, and it actually stopped the all-round king. From there, it was very easy to dispatch. 1 dead Mandragora out of 5. I didn't over-prepare for this, did I? I hope not. We certainly did not over-prepare. The Mandragoras like to employ hit-and-run tactics. They dive at me, rock my shit, and run away while I'm busy reviving my party. Not even the quiet moments are stress-free. You might ask why I'm using Phoenix Downs when Penella can just bring people back with Rays. Well, simply put, items are faster to use, and every second counts. While I'm on the topic of staying alive, here's an aside about healing in Proud Mode. Usually you have a gambit that goes something like cast Cura on an ally with less than 30% HP, and this suffices for most situations even in Proud Mode. But in some fights where the enemy has strong and quick attacks, this is not good enough. Your injured party member will go down while your spell is charging. Instead, you need to anticipate the attack. Manually cast the spell so that it reaches your party member just after they take the damage. This is super satisfying when you get it just right, and it reduces the time your party member is 1 hit away from death by a few crucial seconds. I know this isn't really a Proud Mode feature and you can do this just fine in vanilla, but Proud Mode is the first time I've actually been pushed to do it. Anyway, the Mandragoras. Fran just learned Faraga, which is great because Mandragora Prince happens to be weak to fire. I survived several waves of Mandragoran assault, letting Bosch take most of the hits and healing with Penello, sneaking in Faraga when I could, until he finally fell. That makes 2 out of 5. Yes! Let's go! You'd think reducing their numbers would make the fight easier, but it looks like they get stronger with every plant you kill. They were still outputting a hefty level of damage. I set my sights on Topstock, who hits annoyingly hard and happens to be weak to water. Now Fran has Waterga, but Topstock resists magic pretty well. What it does not resist, however, is bullet. Thank the Lord I had Aqua Shot, which I promptly loaded into Balthier's gun and whittled Topstock down until it, too, was dead. I was riding the high of confidence. Let's go! Let's go! We're in it now. We're in it now. Little did I know, the fight was about to get way crazier. Onion Queen started using an ability called Wail. 2.5k damage, hits everybody, can even inflict disable. This thing shredded my party. My squishy party members could not survive this move, so my usual strategy of attrition did not work. Something had to change. If I couldn't survive Wail, I had to stop Onion Queen from using it entirely. I only knew of one reliable way to do this. Berserk. The upside of Berserk, Onion Queen could only use her basic attack. The downside, she was a lot stronger and faster doing it. Earlier in the fight, I actually tried to Berserk Mandragora Prince as well, and he also got stupid strong, but I hoped against hope that Onion Queen would have a lower strength stat than her flammable son. No such luck. Supported by Pumpkinhead, her vicious hits beat down my party 1 by 1, and I could not gain any ground. This grueling fight had been going on for over half an hour, and fatigue was setting in. I was beginning to despair. But then, something really weird happened. Onion Queen ran away. I guess she didn't see any targets at that particular point and reverted to her standard Mandragora programming, running around the map. I observed her movements from afar. She moved around like a normal unberserked Mandragora, but when it was time to begin the next wave of attacks, she just kept running aimlessly. This was a weird interaction between Berserk and the Mandragora AI that no one could have predicted. It was the second stroke of luck I needed, and a major turning point in the fight. This tactical JRPG just became a stealth game. The plan was simple. Avoid the berserked Onion Queen as she frolics throughout the map and focus fire on the much less threatening Pumpkinhead. If Onion Queen happened to spot me, I had no choice but to leave a party member for dead and book it out of aggro range. To speed things up, I finished off Pumpkinhead with some quickenings, which was actually the first time I had used them in the run, and all of a sudden, there was one left. My nemesis, Onion Queen. By herself, she should be easy to take on, right? Yeah, it was pretty easy actually. Was this the intended strategy envisioned by Eternal 248? I don't know, and I doubt it, but I got through the fight anyway. Like a true gamer, I fought tooth and nail to avoid exercise at all costs. And I won. This fight is an extreme example. Most Proud Mode boss fights aren't hour-long slugfests, but they will challenge you. It's not that this mod is perfect. You will have to do some grinding for levels and gil every once in a while to keep up comfortably, though it's not strictly necessary, just makes the normal encounters a bit less painful. Also, Eternal thought it would be a good idea to make more enemies able to teleport. You know, that BS Final Fantasy 12 teleport where the enemy can't be hit for the entire animation? Yeah, that one. Not a fan. If you like the Hades video game and want to know which keepsakes have the most drip, check out the top video. Bye.